Hey guys, welcome to our channel. We are Chase and Melia, and we are super excited for today's video. Today's video is If We Ever Meet Again. That is the song title, and it is a cover by Bora from Cherry Bullet and Kay from Lovelies. Lovelies?
Lovelies.
I think that's how you say it. Anyway, today's video is sponsored request by Mary, our girl Mary, yet again, just coming at us. So we know it's going to be great because she only requests the best.
Yeah, we actually had to do this because we had such a hard time. We try to get every request done within 30 days,
Yes.
and we just absolutely blew it.
We did.
So, Mary, thank you so much for your patience.
Absolutely.
And that way we gave her this video for free.
100%.
And so if you are interested in sponsoring, I promise we are much better at getting it out on time. But
Yes.
if not, maybe you'll get a second
Maybe
video.
you'll get 2 for 1. You never know.
So thank you again, Mary, and we cannot wait to dive in.
Absolutely. Super excited. People we've never heard of, but again, let's get into this.
Great.
너를 위해 해줄 것이 하나 없어서 보낼 수밖에 없었고 네가 없이 사는 법을 알지 못해서 순간순간을 울었다 후회로 가득한 한숨자락이 시린 바람처럼 가슴 치는 날 그 언젠가 우리 만날 수 있을까 다시 만날 수 있을까 그리 좋던 예전처럼 그때처럼 되돌아갈 수 있을까 다시 우리가 만나면 무엇을 해야만 할까 서로를 품에 안고서 하염없이 눈물만
There's no
I'm
good
sorry.
place to stop.
I know. I'm sorry. I have to get their names again because she told us who is who.
Kay is on the right. Bora is on the left.
Kay is on the right. Bora is on the left.
Bora.
Bora, my girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to start? You should start.
Yes. Kay did something that we just recently talked
Yes.
about in the video for... Who was it?
Mary?
No. I mean, the artist.
Lin Hyun-sik or the
It
Huyen?
was. No, I think it was Lin Hyun-sik. Okay. So we actually just talked about this in a video that we made for Lin Hyun-sik. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But he starts the song in
Yes.
very much the same way, where it's low. It's not really the meaty part of his voice, and it's not really the exciting part of the song. And when you're opening that, when you're the one who's kind of on the line for that, it's a little bit nerve-wracking and it's
100%.
a little bit uncomfortable because
100%.
not a lot's going on and you don't really get the opportunity to just show off your voice.
Yes.
And so, what a lot of people do and what I've done is I put a lot of stuff on it so that people know, don't worry, I can sing.
yes.
Don't worry, it's going to get better.
Yes.
Don't worry, I have a good voice.
Yes.
But ultimately, that sounds really unnatural.
Yeah.
And when you have a really soft, sweet opener like that, just speak, sing, or just
let it
talk.
be
Just
where
let
it's
it
gonna
be.
be.
Let it be uninteresting. Let
Yeah.
it be sweet and light and nothing much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I can go back a little bit. So Kay, I think, has a little bit of that where she's trying to make it a little bit more interesting than it needs to be. Everyone knows she has a beautiful voice. You're on a stage, an amazing stage. There's a bunch of people, you know, and I don't know if this is like a face-off type thing.
It kind of looks, yeah.
The mic. Boom. I don't know if this is like a face-off type thing where they're competing or what, you know.
Yeah.
And so she's got that pressure.
Nerves,
but even so, when you have the pressure, let that part of the song be that part of the song. Let's listen to it a little bit.
보낼 수밖에 없었고
Where it's a little bit, and it's not even the nerves, I would say, it's as much as like the pressure on each one.
And
to
not
kind
enough air.
Yeah.
There's not enough air. She's not using her air there.
No, 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 no. You can leave it just light and easy.
Well, and I am going to disagree with Chase just a slight bit. I do think it is nerves because I think what the first thing that goes when you're nervous is your ability to breathe. And so your ability to breathe goes, then your ability to use the air goes. And I think that's why that's exactly like your typical nervous sound. That's why I think if you are nervous, if there's one thing you can think to do, it's breathe.
Yeah.
Like if there's one thing you could think about when you're nervous and singing, it's air.
Yeah.
Just think about air.
Yep.
And focus on using and having air.
If you're a nervous person, don't think about how nervous you are.
Exactly.
It will
make
eat you alive. It'll make it worse.
Yes.
So what I like to do, and I said this in that video, is think about positive things that you're supposed to be doing.
Totally.
So if I'm feeling uncomfortable, I take a deep breath and I just speak. I focus on the song. I focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't focus on, oh no, they don't like this part, or I just got to skip through this part as quickly as I can so I can get to the other part of the song where I can actually show off my voice. I just breathe and start singing.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Absolutely.
You know?
I think that this is another really good example of like hearing the things that we talk about a lot in singing efficiency side by side, because I feel like they're singing similar vocal lines, similar melodies, and hearing them directly next to each other is pretty contrasting. Like it's a drastic difference. And obviously voices are going to be different, but I feel like the clarity of the voice. So as we continue, listen to see if you can hear a difference in tone quality. Like that's what a lot of people call it. But what really we're talking about is clarity. Like is the sound like consistent? Is it clear? Is it resonant? That's what we're always looking for.
And I would say
pursuing.
And I think that Bora sings a similar line before it really gets up there. And I think that she does a better job of having that consistent air and just letting it be where it is. I think she, it could be nerves, or it could just be a little bit of that pressure where it's kind of an inconsistent vibrato. And I don't mean like she should have it all the time or not, but like when it is there, sometimes it's fast and then it slows down, or it feels a little shaky. And that could be nerves. It could be any number of things. I don't know.
Totally.
But I think that especially once Bora comes in, it's a pretty big contrast.
Oh, absolutely.
Should I jump to that part?
Yeah.
Or should I have her sing a little bit and then?
Yeah, we can do that. Right. I think that's
순간순간을 울었다. 후회로 가득한 한숨자락이.
Even through that, she still kind of went through it.
And I know the music changes a little bit, and like she might have that might be an easier section than what Kay had before.
Right.
But at the same time, it's smoother. It's sending that air. It's not necessarily louder and bigger. It's la 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 la. It's pretty consistently there.
Yes, absolutely.
시린 바람처럼 가슴 치는 날 그 언젠가
Air. Through the end of the phrase.
Through the end of the phrase.
Is what she needs. Sorry. We didn't really say a sentence, but.
Well, I was going to say a sentence.
Take two.
But no, you're good.
No, it's funny.
So, some people, when they don't always know how to start or stop the vibrato.
Yeah.
You know, we're not people that typically stop our vibratos.
Right.
I think we do it occasionally.
Right.
But, you know, we're not.
You're talking about singing straight tone.
Yeah, singing straight tone, and then like people turn it on, and how some people do that is they pull back on their air. And you can hear Bora do that in this example right here.
Yes.
그 언젠가
Really. Yeah.
Right? So
그 언젠가
pulls back. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's you
would be
can
consistent,
come down without pulling
Yes.
back on your air.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So breath all the way to the phrase.
All the way through the
all
end
the way
of the
through
phrase.
the end of the always
it.
every time do it.
Always.
우리 만날 수 있을까 다시 만날 수 있을까 그리 좋던 예전처럼 그때처럼 되돌아갈 수 있을까 다시 우리가 만나면 무엇을 해야만 할까 서로를 품에 안고서 하염없이 눈물만 흘려볼까
So
In both of them, when they really get going, they start really using their air, and the vibrato all of a sudden is super consistent.
Yes.
My point is not to give them a voice lesson. My
Right.
point is to tell you that even when you're singing quietly
Yeah.
or intimately or
Yeah.
any of that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
use all your air all the
All the
time.
time.
All your air
Absolutely.
all the time. Even when it's low, even when it's, when it's
Yes.
quiet, all that kind of stuff. When it feels really exposed, you are still
always using it.
using all your air all the time.
And then I want us to take it a step further because I feel like I need to be critical in this moment. Because
Take it.
Kay,
Take it a step
when you
further.
listen to Kay, I go, okay, I really wish that she would sing with more legato and I really wish that she would sing with more phrasing and connect it because it sounds really hoppy. Like da 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 da. Like it's not na 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 na, which isn't the melody, but like then Bora sings it exactly how I wish Kay would have sang. And it's not fair because not typically are you comparing, and maybe this is a show for that.
Or
But-
maybe they're trying to have that contrast.
Right. But I will say that to me, of those two, Bora's sound is more efficient and resonant.
Connected. Also, phrasing.
It is what I would.
Phrasing is not even, I would say, a singing technique as much as a musical technique.
But yeah.
Would you disagree? I think it
believe
could be
that
both.
it sounds like a phrasing technique because it is like you are making it so much harder on yourself by not
stopping your air.
by stopping your air because that's what you're inherently doing is
Sure.
it sounds like that to me. It sounds choppy and it's just not, I would say, as efficient. I think you can sing through consonants, you can sing through words, sing through phrases. You're always looking ahead. You're using your air to the end of the phrase. That is what's going to happen when you're, we talk about using your vowels and singing through a vowel. It's a constant renewal of thought. Like you're constantly thinking through these things. It's not, I hit this note, okay, I hit the next note, okay. It's one after the other.
And really connecting them. And, the reason why I say it is I don't know if that's much of a vocal technique, is that beautiful phrasing is what we talk a lot about what separates good singers from great singers.
Totally.
And beautiful phrasing is something that's what brings people in, where they forget that you're singing.
For sure.
And they're just puddles of whatever on the floor. Let me try that again. Just beautiful singing, and they're just puddles on the floor.
That's just like you right now.
Just like me right now. It's just, I think that learning how to carry that through and the technique side of that is connecting your breath, making sure that everything has a really consistent amount of air. But just learning that whole phrase and how you can use that dynamically is really next level stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
붙잡을 마음이야 없었겠냐마는 그때 난 부은 넣었다 떳떳하게 일어나 널 다시 찾아갈 뜨거운 꿈만 꾸었다 둘이 함께했던 순간순간이 시린 폭포처럼 쏟아지는 날그 언젠가 우리 만날 수 있을까
Okay, I'm really sorry. It feels like I'm gonna just hone in on you. But so she starts singing in the same kind of register.
Yeah.
That Bora was singing, and you know, it's not like it's the most exciting part of the music, and I know that, but I think I can tell that she's not comfortable there.
Yes.
So let's listen to it, and we'll see what I'm talking about.
시린 폭포처럼 쏟아지는 날그 언젠가
See how all of a sudden she switched up, and all of a sudden it's got life.
more, yeah.
It has more to it.
Yeah.
And I think that she's trying because it has. Ask me how I know. This is exactly what I struggle with.
Right.
Where when it's low or when it's not in a part of my voice that I feel comfortable with, I compensate by pushing. La, 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 la,
Yeah.
because I think that's going to give me more, but it's not. It's the vowel. The vowel's going to give me more. So let's listen to a little bit because.
시린 폭포처럼 쏟아지는 날
So you can go versus
Yeah.
one is like pushed and
Yeah.
feels really big in my chest. The other one feels big in the room.
Exactly.
You know, bring
It's
it.
leaving.
Yeah, have the same vowel that you sang up there because that was really good.
Yes.
But you know, that's my joke is that, you know, I get paid for the notes up here, not the notes down here. And
I think that's a lot of singers, though.
yeah, it's a lot of singers.
Yeah.
But I would say that if in order to be one of those people who just sounds good in every single part of their voice, you have to have those consistent vowels. Consistent vowels that bring it forward, that give you the same resonance down here as they do up there.
Yep.
And I think Bora kind of has that.
I would agree with that. And I think it is a little unfair because they're singing side by side.
Yeah,
like
I
you
don't
don't
mean
notice
to-
these things as much when you're
Yeah.
not like comparing. But this is really helpful, I think, to people learning how to sing.
Yeah.
or wanting to sing better. It's
Yeah.
helpful to me. It's helpful.
I should
think,
clarify.
yeah.
We're not trying to give them voice lessons.
No way.
We're trying to learn ourselves as well as
Yes.
hopefully help as many people as we can who just love singing. So
And
if you
wanna
love
get better,
singing,
yeah.
if you love singing, this is for you, not for them.
Yes.
처럼 쏟아지는 날그 언젠가 우리 만날 수 있을까 다시 만날 수 있을까 그리 좋던 예전처럼 그때처럼 되돌아갈 수 있을까 다시 우리가 만나면 무엇을 해야만 할까 서로를 품에 안고서 하염없이 눈물만
Like, where has that been? Holy moly.
Yeah, I think she's got. This is a buzzword. It feels like she's got more brilliance on that top
Literally,
end.
yes.
Her those really high notes. She just really nails and.
Clearly her money notes.
Yeah,
Like,
we mean
clear.
K. Yeah,
Yes, K, clearly.
is really just nailing
Absolutely.
those higher pitches, and it sounds brilliant. It sounds
Yes, brilliant is a
really
great word.
beautiful and clear, and
Yes.
all the things we want. She just doesn't have it through most of her range, I would say.
And I feel like most of the song has been there for so far.
Sure.
So this is another lesson for us as singers. Like, we've talked about this on many people. Like, there's people who can do tricks, and tricks are essentially useless if you're not singing, well throughout the song. Like,
Yeah.
tricks are tricks. I'm going to say a name, and everyone's going to get mad at me. But Dimash, okay? We've talked about Dimash. We've reacted about Dimash. And we've talked about how it's like vocal Olympics and it's not necessarily musical singing, right? It's not the same type of thing. So if you can sing super high notes really well, but you can't do the rest of it, or you can sing, really
You can sing a million notes.
Exactly. Or you can sing the boy part and the girl part, and you can do a trick that doesn't necessarily make you like
an artist that melts people's hearts.
Yeah. I think it takes some of the, I don't know. That was a tangent. Mostly what I'm saying is, I think if this is a contest, up until this point, like that was incredible. And it does give her some points, but I would say overall, she's been outperformed.
Yeah. Well, I think it's really tough. And I think that one of the things that I would say everybody does with every single instrument is we practice the things that we're good at.
Yes.
And we avoid the things that we're bad at. And if you look at that objectively, that's wrong.
That's a
you
really good
need to
point.
focus on the things that you're not good at.
Yes.
Because you're already pretty good at the things that you're good at,
Absolutely.
right? So focusing on developing your voice in places that you don't feel like are the strongest is going to help you so much more than continuing to show off the things that you are already good at.
100%.
Those are already going to be shown off. You check mark that and call it good, keep it up, all that kind of stuff. But bringing everything else up will make you so much more well-rounded.
Absolutely.
People won't want to, they'll want to hear you sing anything. Because there's no part of your voice that doesn't sound good.
Which is, I think, what we want.
That's ideal. That's what everyone wants.
That's ideal, yeah.
흘려볼까 그리운 마음이 서럽게 흘러넘쳐 너에게 닿을 때 우리 만날 수 있을까 다시 말할 수 있을까 그리웠던 예전처럼 그때처럼 되돌아갈 수 있을까 다시 우리가 만나면 무엇을 해야만 할까 서로를 품에 안고서 하염없이 눈물만 흘려볼까
Okay. That's tough to talk about, I think, because I feel like they both had a lot of moments of like real good clarity and resonance, which is our main, like, I feel like that's one of our main things that we talk about on this channel. But I think that there were moments in there that I like literally couldn't decide what was going on. Like, I know that I'm not judging who's best, but it's hard not to in this context right here. Okay. It's hard not to judge, okay, who won? Right? I don't even know if this was a sing-off.
This is not a sing-off.
This is how it feels for me.
It is a sing-off.
Let's pretend it was a sing-off.
This is our show. This is the Chase and Melia show, and this is a sing-off.
We should say you win. We should start rating people. Anyway.
That's right.
That's what you want.
They're both 10s.
They're both 10s. No, but I really would say, like, towards the end there, this is one of those performances where, like, people remember the very end. Like, that's a very big thing with live performing. That's how it works. Our brains we have short-term memory.
Well, it's the big finale.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people will remember, like, the end of it. So I feel like if that was the case right now and I didn't go back and listen, like, who would you say, like, really took that performance?
Bora.
You think so? Like,
I
hands
do.
down?
I think for me, Kay had almost nothing that Bora didn't also have. There were some notes where I was like, wow, there's something like in the high pitch that made it sound really high, like made it sound just wildly high. And I thought that Bora was a little more belty, but it was there and it sounded great and it was in tune, and it, like, throughout her entire range, it was kind of that full sound. It didn't feel like there was any part of her voice that was weak, and that felt pretty apparent in Kay.
I feel like this is what's hard for me, because I think that if I stopped the video at 3 minutes, it would have been Bora by a landslide. But I think that because of Kay's moment of extreme, I'm going to call it extreme brilliance, like, and in a place that I am for sure biased, which is high female voice.
High notes, yes,
high female
please.
voice notes. Of course, guys, like if you're a female singer and you sing high, like that's money. And so I think that after that moment, Bora's sounded not as like it felt like it was missing something. And I think it's just so like this is why I think this is so fun to do, because it's gonna help us, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna help me. I'm gonna go sing that and try and figure out like, whoa, what is going on up there? Like, how hard is that? How high is that?
How do I get that brilliance?
How do I do that?
How do I get that?
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're at home and you're like, I want to sing like that, I really love that, you can take techniques that you are hearing from your favorite professional singing and apply them to yourself. And that's how we get better. I think
Give it a shot.
Yeah, I think it's so important to not try to sing like a person, but when we have talked about, okay, she uses her air or she struggles with this, you know, those are things that will help you improve your singing. That helps us improve our singing, and it is the whole reason why we do this.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So if you guys liked this video and you're new to our channel, we're Chase and Melia. Welcome. Check out another video, and we hope you stick around. Thanks again to Mary for recommending this video. It was another great one, and we will see you guys next time.